Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funnel in these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning team is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
Yeah, the bookies are tapping out, we're cashing out, and we're here for Morning Steam on Thursday, May 30th. Get in position here. Hi, everyone. Ramon Scott with you today for a great day of sports betting action here with Major League Baseball, some day games. Golf is underway. I'm trying to watch tennis. There's more rain. We're still playing some matches. I'm watching some matches here, but it's not like a bunch of matches when you're a betting fool. It's almost enough to put a guy like me to get a little extra rest on a short schedule like today. Maybe I grabbed an extra hour or two here coming in. So I'm ready for you now, though, and I'm ready for the card and discuss it and see what you guys like tonight in our sports. Get ready. I did make some golf plays. Maybe I could lead off with a little golf. I don't know what you guys want to, other than we'll rehash last night's big games, of course, but Canadian Open just underway here a little bit ago, and I'm all bombs pretty much at the Canadian Open here this week. I get it. You've got some guys there who have kind of stood out here before, especially at this course with Rory. Burns is already off to a great start here today. And so, it's still a big tournament in the Canadian Open. And let me see if I can get my plays up here, at least on screen. I'm just going to read off my tickets, actually. All pre-flop, but we're underway. So if you've got anything, let me know. But just bombs for me, totally. And you can work them into the top 10s, probably more like top 20s, maybe in top 40s on some of these if those markets are still open. But I've got Heinrich Norlander 300 to 1, Lanto Griffin 300 to 1, Martin Laird 150 to 1, Patton Kazire 150 to 1, Chandler Phillips 151. Doug Gim Reaper, 70 to 1. Mark Hubbard, 40 to 1. These are really just pops. That's all. Just have some fun this weekend. I don't know if we're going to get a favorite. That's what I feel like here. Mark Hubbard, 40 to 1. Mac Hughes, 35 to 1. Shane Lowry, 22 to 1 right now. So that's just it. I just made a bunch of, and those are just what I usually do. You put a smaller amount on the golfers to win, and then you kind of go towards bet them in the top 5 for a little more, bet them in the top 10 for a little more, bet them in the top 20 for a little more. Some of those guys bet them in the top 40 for even a little more than that. If you're interested in playing golf this weekend at the Canadian Open. And I'm watching some of these matches. You got Zverev and Goffin right now, still in the first set. Could be headed to a tiebreak here with these two. It looks like Zverev getting a little battle here from Goffin. So I haven't seen too much excitement here today with some of these matches, but tennis underway. Soccer, my bad for maybe neglecting the MLS yesterday. Maybe you guys were talking about it, maybe not, but I could only bring home one premium winner anyways, so maybe we'll have to talk more MLS. If you guys are into it, let me know, but it really was a disservice just to talk about the one game. I guess today we really do only have one game. I saw it there over my shoulder a moment ago with the League One relegation playoff. I just can't believe that Saint Etienne, you figure a team that with such history, 2 games away from, being relegated possibly against Mets, but there it is. See there, Mets first leg, and Saint Etienne half a goal favorite there, it looks like. So a two-leg playoff for the relegation in France. Say hello. Doesn't look like too active a chat here today. Got a couple dozen here right now, so I'll buy some time, maybe a little bit, and talk about some of yesterday's games. Certainly, baseball was interesting. Hey, man, the Phillies have really had trouble with the Giants, and maybe I bit on the Giants yesterday, but the Phillies, man, how about it? And they weren't ready to rumble a little bit there with the Phillies and the Giants yesterday. All I could do was bring home a premium pick winner on the Dodgers, of course. Yesterday, even got half a run. Baseball, not great, but we did have a couple of WNBA premium winners. Atlanta and Washington under, Las Vegas and Minnesota under. Felt pretty easy there. Starting to branch out, maybe a little more, make these premiums in the WNBA. Do want to get some winners to the subscribers. And we had premium pick winner Edmonton Oilers. Man, what a convincing victory. You couldn't do it in any more Edmonton like fashion. We said, don't do it in Edmonton like fashion. Make sure you don't fall behind this Dallas team. Still needed to come from behind a win, but we're series is tied. Going back to Dallas, the Oilers trailed 2-0, but they reeled off 5 straight goals, shorthanded, empty net, and the Stars were outshot after that quick start. So uh, Tanev left the game, but Draisaitl, the goal, McDavid, that awesome assist, and the save by the stick. There, it wasn't in front of the goal, but that was funny. What if the stick makes the save? Does the guy get a save? You know what I'm talking about? Let me say hello to everyone here. Get ready for the show. It's Thursday, so maybe I'm talking about a few different things here today. We get ready for the weekend. We got UFC 302. I did my podcast with my man VB this week, and I'll have premium picks here. Here's Dre today. Hello, and here's Jeff. Good morning. And Thomas, they were worried. Thomas, I don't know if you got a chance to see the show. I'm sure you were busy. Yeah, no doubt. Had a doctor's appointment. There he is. Man, everybody, I mean, just to show you how important. And, I saluted you certainly a little bit. I know you're humble. You don't even want that type of attention necessarily. But uh, everyone, noted it right away. And so a tribute to you and your contributions. And I'm glad you were at a doctor's appointment. Let's get you, make sure you're feeling good. All right, here's Ray and Jeff. Watch out, right? I feel like we're seeing a little bit of a downward trend here. So I think we'll, just let's see how we play it though moving forward. I'm not on all the unders. I don't think. I'll see what I got. You're going with say Thigala. Just seems like for me, Thigala keeps getting priced too low. We're waiting for the big, and no doubt that all the talent's there. I mean, just a beautiful swing to look at, but I just feel like the odds just feel like they're going too low for me on a lot of these guys this week. I think that's why I'm playing it like I am. I'm probably a little bit too heavily invested, considering probably had more money in play, but not as big of a. I don't think these are as big of a risk because I'm playing kind of smaller amount. Basically I talked about taking to win top 5, top 10, top 20s, maybe top 40s. And all I'm doing is basically going like 20, 40, 68, on these golfers and then hopefully build my way up. Hopefully the few of them get in there because the odds are pretty decent. So I'm probably more on this tournament than I was in the, even in the big one that we just had in the PGA. Probably have more action in this tournament. I think just because I want to hit some bond. We don't cover golf too much here at Tony's Picks. I think we're starting to maybe starting to branch back out to some other sports because everyone loves these other sports as well. And the news in golf certainly yesterday was, I believe, Scotty Scheffler having the charges dropped. The more you look at it, the more the egg on your face. So, man, you just wonder, why do police just take your just be humble. Just be humble. When you're policing, right? just doesn't make any sense to do it to not Scotty Scheffler. It could have been Ramon Scott. It could have been anybody driving there. It's raining and windshield wipers are going. People with flashlight. You don't know. Beating on the window like that, just out of control. God, if you've seen the video, it looks exactly like that. It's a week old now. It's an old story, but and we praise our look for every guy over policing out there. Man, incredible job almost every single time. The videos where the videos I like to watch are the ones where the police come shining through. When I watch a viral video, I'll skip through the ones that show bad behavior. I can't erase it. All right, Solo here, and Stop Geo. Thank you for being here, and thank you for man being so great. All these shows in the chat, man. You really are a great contributor, and you're part of Team Steam. All of you guys here, part of Team Steam, the chat all stars. I'm going to go over to Tony'sPicks.com. Take a look. I think I had a 500 day. Lost the juice for sure, man. You know, uh, not going to fret here. Probably did a little better on the show than we did with premiums, but I want to see who did well over at Tony'sPicks.com and shout everybody out, including the Marlboro man. Ruben Marlboro went 4-0 on the day. The Queen, hope all is well with Latifah Collins, 6-2. I'd say things are mighty fine with Latifah's picks here. Ron Hahn, 5-2. Yesterday, OG Cappers VIP 2-0. Daniel Walasachuk 3-1 on his premiums. Tim Irwin, Tony T wins again. EPA Sports Hoops wins the only play. There's Scott Doubles, Shooty. You call him Doubles, OG Doubles in the chat. 3-2 yesterday. Tiffany Mance 2-1. Jerry Lewis 2-1. Mindy Hahn 6-4. The two old ladies at Bet and the OG Network coming through big time. For the last 7 days, there's Tiffany Mance, 75%. Great performance for Tiffany, up 10.5 units. I'm up there for the last week, certainly doing pretty well still. Despite yesterday's frustrations, here's nearly exactly 9 2/3 units for the last 7 days. Daniel Walasachuk, 13-5 last 7 days. Jerry Lewis, 70% over the last 7 days. Bo Dunn also clicking in here over 5.5 units over the last 7 days. Great job, Bo. Hope you're out there. Over the last 30 days, it's still Tony T. Very consistent. Like I said, I'll just reiterate it every couple of days until it goes. Hopefully, it doesn't go away. But Tony T right now, pretty much a hot a groove in baseball for him that I've seen here with my 2.5 years associated with Tony's picks. Really great job right now. You can. Tony not only with his premiums, but his videos. If you go to the free picks tab, you can always get Tony's script. If you missed it, we want you to watch the videos, but you can, miss the play. You can go get it on the free picks tab. Well written, all the stats and information that you need. A great reference, actually, along with all of our previews that were written here on the site. So just want to keep everybody informed of all that stuff that goes on here. You can click on the All Cappers tab. That's where you'll find all the handicappers. You can click on the handicapper of your choice and get signed up. I'll have some premiums today for sure. I don't know about the day games. I feel like I want to give some great winners out here. I like the card, so let's get to it. Grab my 3-day all sports pass here for just $99. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off that, and you'll get my plays here for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, including tonight's playoff action. And yes, I'll have premiums, of course, in the big games as well as Major League Baseball. And, well, I gave out those videos in the WNBA with Tony last night. I do like these totals here. We'll see how you guys are doing. And do want to roll with some premiums here. We're a little bit in a groove here. All right, let's see what else we got here. Nathan here today. And shout out to Scott Steen, yeah, the Steamroller, one of the old school. I've been watching for years, and well, and Jeff, we need people, but I mean, some people have certain duty, right? And the gentleman's out there. I don't want to say could have been. I don't even. I looked into we all saw what happened there, and this man who was a obviously official sheriff, but was on traffic duty. So anybody could be out there. I mean, could be some of your highest price sometimes are just traffic duty, right? But anyways, thank you as always, sir. Okay, and I think I made my point clear on how I feel about it. Very thankful, but yeah, just away right from the exaggeration, the body cam thing, all that. Just make sure. And 1K is here today as well. Hello, 1K. Let's get rolling with the coverage today to make this a short show. Unless you guys got anything else, I think I touched on all the different. So college baseball will roll tomorrow if you want. Gave you a few picks, and we'll kind of roll with the steam. Again, not a sport that we cover here currently, but toothpaste my chin, or is that just gray beard? Time to shave. All right, here we go. Final. Mavericks and Timberwolves. Oh, we don't have. Oh man, I mean, good graphic and all. Got the line there, but Dallas leads 3-1. We know that, right? I mean, that's the part of the story at this point. We know that no team has ever come back, blah, 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 from a 3-0 deficit. How many have won game 5 after trailing 3-0 in the history of the 7-game modern NBA series? How many have been able to win this game? You figure, notice 7. How many teams have come back from a 3-0 deficit? We know it's 0. How many teams have come back? We know it's 0. How many teams have come back to go all the way to game 6 and lose? This is game 5. How many have gone back to game 6 and lost? 4 in the history of all these 7-game series. Not all, yes, I mean, in this modern era, I talk about modern, turn of the century, which seems like a long time ago, 24 years, 24 years, but 7-game series, that's part of the norm. They'll probably go back to 3 out of 5 here soon, after the way they're paring down schedules around here. But it wasn't always a 7-game series. Still a pretty big sample. A lot of 7-game series. Now you got to remember, not every game series is 3-0. In fact, a large percentage are not. But none have come back from 3-0. How many have gone out in 6? 4. And how many have gone out at this point? How many have won this game? How many teams out of all the 7 games to start 3-0 have won this game? 11. 11 teams have won game 5 that have started out 3-0. Have the Minnesota Timberwolves found a way to turn it around here with that defense? It's done a good enough job, but they haven't been able to finish or close, and it's been Dallas. It's been clutch. In fact, if you had to go through, and I think there is a clutch rating, right? Dallas is very clutch. Their numbers, all the clutch metrics, if there is such a thing, they have to explain it to me, but it's all favors Dallas. I mean, right? They really perform in crunch time with Kyrie, with Luka. But for me, I'm on Minnesota to win the NBA championship. And have I already cut my gain significantly? Yeah, I guess I have. I mean, I took a partial here by buying into Dallas to win the series back, when we got off to an 0-2 start. So, I'm a wimp. I like money and couldn't stand to go out. So, I'm had to, but for me, I'm going to play Minnesota here. Look, 5 points is a lot considering this series has been really, really close. It just feels like now Minnesota, maybe they figured it out finally. the defense a little bit. These ones are playing so close right now, man. Credit to Dallas here, Thomas, right? Uh, Panger says he thinks the finals between, I'm sure Panger is saying right now, because he says the Mavs will close it out. So he says Mavs. And that's got all the storylines. That's got the old Kyrie here, been there, done that to a certain, and maybe that's where we're getting this Dallas, strong performance. Trey leaning Minnesota, but hopes the Mavs will pull it off. So here his mind is saying Minnesota tonight. And Jeff is a Dallas fan. He's not even a Bucks fan. That's amazing. I didn't know that. Or did I? All right. Nate, T-Wolves win and don't cover. So that'd be another great game. I don't know if I want to play the money line I'm giving out, here. To me, cappers are almost split down the middle. These paid cappers, the video cappers, the TV cappers, all the cappers. I only watch cappers when there's no action going on. So they're kind of split. Well, I don't know, believe it or not, or I don't know. All right, Thomas says Dallas will do it. And what is T Bird saying though? He wants to know why is Dallas the underdog? They want us to bet on Dallas. They must get the money kind of, I think he's saying kind of built into the situation. The series is played close. Minnesota, maybe it is too high. Maybe that's why I'm giving it as a free pick. Hi, Luis. Hi, Katie. And here is Darren on the Wolves. Panger. This one, I don't know. Panger's great. I don't know if this is always a valid handicap. Anyway, but hard to argue with Panger, one of the best in the business here when it comes to YouTube sports betting chat. Thank you, Katie. Like and smash. Maybe there certainly is a lot of home court built into this one. The desperation, the performance of the Timberwolves last game. I mean, it certainly was something to consider because of the way that the Timberwolves stopped basically finally figured it out and made Dallas have very low shooting percentages. There's no doubt that Dallas was having dysfunctionality offensively in the last game, and that's why Minnesota was able to get it done. And now they're at home here. It's just crazy, right? Because this isn't going to be the one. This isn't going to be the one that a team comes back from 3-0 deficit. The other one thing to consider when talking about the famous statistic of the 3-0 deficit is a lot of times now that every series is a 7-game series, there's a lot of those series that are, the 8-1, the first versus last, the 2-7, whatever, where it is 4-0 boom or done in 5, no problem. So maybe there's a little bit to say that in the Western Conference Finals or any conference finals, or the NBA final, that maybe it'd be more likely if it ever did happen, it would be in the last 2 series here to a certain extent, and maybe it would happen in a year like modern day basketball where teams are just having. I promise you I guess maybe back in the day, go back in the old bald machine here, referring back, it didn't feel like there were 30-point leads early in playoff games. Now, there were less teams in the playoffs, too, back then. And the early series, they played 3 out of 5 because they're like, you know what? It's just a waste of time. It's always going to be a sweep. But then that famous series with, Mutombo or, whatever the last 3 out of 5 was, and everybody's like, we can't have this anymore. I mean, 2 versus 3 was a series. 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. A cat needs to play. Well, hey, would you take that performance that he had last game, right? And Nate says he won't be burying them this time. So, yeah, I'm on the Wolves, and it's on the free play here to me. I'm on the Wolves on the free play because it is 5 points or so. It might be 4.5. You can get 4.5 out there at some spots. It looks like mostly 5, and it was 4, so it's higher. And this total hanging out pretty flat, man. I mean, 210 at Bovada. It's been 209.5 pretty much the whole time. All right, gang. All right. Grip Nitty's here today. Thank you. He says Luke is going to go off and close this one out. They barely got that last win. Dallas wasn't happy. Every game's been close though. This has been really a good series. Really haven't seen the far breakaways. It seems like here a little bit in this one, like in some of them. This one's been tightly contested, really close, really good. I'm going to take the Timberwolves to extend it out, and maybe it will be very, very close game here. And thank you, you guys. Great contributions. Let's get over to the hockey now. Do. And again, we don't. No, I didn't write. A little bit of a bad job here. Got to have the series tied at 2. Don't know why I didn't do that today. Maybe because we're getting down to the, it's not as much to keep track of the series now when you don't have. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. When you don't have as many games, I guess, as many series here. But we get ready for the Panthers and the Rangers tonight back in New York. So how will that affect things here where the games went under last time, right? If you want to look at it that way, and back in Florida they went over. Will they go back under now? Even though we know in the series between these two, every game's gone over, basically, except those first 2 games of this series. But could be argued that, hey, it's the playoffs now, and if any game also, if you just took 2 average teams, you didn't know who they were, or even 2 good teams that weren't the Rangers in Florida that have played a million overs in their head-to-head series over the last 5 years, game 5 is the one that's going to go under, maybe, right? If not game 7, game 5 is like the under game because of the pressure. It is the pressure game. In game 7, there's always the biggest pressure, but it's also a game sometimes of gambling and mistakes, and the big mistake, right? In game 5, a gamble is more magnified. Hey, if you're going to go down in game 7 in any sport, do it, in game 7. In game 5, you don't want to have to listen to it for one more game, 2 more games, whatever. We're going under, says Jeff Schramm. He says, go under in this one tonight. I'll do what Jeff's doing. I think I want to go under here on the show as well, man. I'm all about the, over. I couldn't get off of it in the first 2 games, but maybe I can understand it here. Maybe in New York, this is the way it's going to go tonight. It never gets past. It feels like, you look at the last couple of games, last night, for example, also, but it could be 2-2 in the first period, and it could be 2-2 going into overtime. It really feels like that's what happens sometimes right now, especially in this series where no team has really gone up by more than 1 goal. 95% of the play so far in the first 4 games of this series has been a tie game or a 1-goal game. So very, very exciting time here. Solo is on the Rangers tonight in this one. Look, they're even money, and we already talked about, Rangers best team. I have Florida, to win the whole thing. Is tonight the night? Man, this is going to be a tough game. This is going to be a tough game because I do like the Rangers, but Rangers have got to fix a few things. First of all, where is Zibanejad? Where is Kreider? These guys have disappeared all of a sudden, and maybe that's why we're getting low scoring too. Angelo's here today on the Rangers. So those guys have kind of disappeared a little bit. 19 of the last 23 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Now, they do have some day specific trends that are totally under. I mean, it's funny that, and I don't know, I'm not a, day specific trend type of person to a certain extent, because usually if anything, you're going to recognize it more in the regular season. But all the Thursday trends between these two teams say under. If you're into that sort of thing. In fact, the series, which the funny thing is that's too long of a sample size. Here's Chad in here tonight. Chad, you want to give out your WNBA? Then that way you can get rolling, because I did my picks. Pardon me, brother. Let me cover this up here real quick. Mornings here a little. Get out the mornings here a little bit. And oh yeah, Chad. Okay, yeah, no doubt. I guess that's one of the big things about last night's games is that we've already seen some pretty big moves on these favorites, and that's kind of why I did what I did on the videos last night. Please go ahead and check them out. But Chad talking about it here, so we're not going to be in disagreement here on this one. Uh, the way that I see this Seattle team right now really performing well. But we'll talk about it when we get there. We'll let Chad so he can get to here. And then, he's got a strategy here for the Sparks game tonight. Look at the total, everyone, right now. Go to if you have a screen, though. Here, in fact, let me do this, Chad. Let me see if you Sparks, you're going to take live at 5 or 1. You want to actually kind of like the Sparks here getting the points on the road. Again, these home dogs, just incredible. Sky obviously playing well. Let me give out here. I already gave out, so I went with, so we can't probably have no disagreement necessarily, because I am on the Sky, but again, I'll lay the number there. But look, here's Chad talking about it. You see the total here. I don't have it on screen. We pretty much just did the WNBA segment, it feels like. But uh, the total has dropped here big time to 161. Let me just give out my play here on the show on the under here, by the way. If you get on this now, if you want to roll with me tonight, maybe you can still get 163.5 at DraftKings. Maybe you can still get 163.5 at Bovada. It's already down to 161. No problem. We're going to be, oh no, it's no problem because I'm on the under too. And no problem there. But just want to mention there, if you want to follow me, or like Chatty says, definitely on the under, this one is dropping big time here right now. Sparks and Sky, it just got hit. The steam is rolling in right now on this total. No doubt about it. It came up on the screen. Just kind of coincided with Chad's appearance here. And if anything, look at the Storm right now. We're in the hockey segment, but the Storm is up to 6 right now at some spots, 5.5 at a lot of common spots right now. So the Storm is getting hit as well. My video was the Storm, you guys. If you like the Storm here tonight, Cappers seem to be on the Storm. You're going against the Fever. Caitlin Clark just had a monster game. The Fever have done a really nice job covering the spread, even though they've been terrible with winning. They're getting a bunch of points tonight against a Seattle team that's really starting to they're just 4-3, but they're starting to really get into it right now with their team. So, all right. Yeah, this just feels like the time. I think we just did the WNBA segment in the middle of the hockey segment. Thanks, Chad. Again, maybe there's one play I can find a premium on still, but I think we got to get it out there right now on that total move there. So, all right, let's hit it up here with this Panthers game here. I think I'm already clear to say I'm on the under with the Panthers and the Rangers. Yeah, I'm a little bit, certainly think that these two could quickly ever, return to form. But some of the key players for the Rangers that have, kind of add to that scoring a little bit right now, it's drying up a little bit. And maybe that's where we're getting playoff intensity, low score. It's going to be really tight like I said, the game, the goals the way they happen tonight. It wouldn't surprise me if we get a quick start from the two teams, and then the nerves and the pressure settles in. And this would be the fourth straight overtime. If you're interested in playing, a game goes to overtime. Extremely close series. They're back in New York now. Yes, maybe Florida is the better team at $1.20, but Rangers are at home, the best record. You have all the makings of as about as even a contest as you can get, and they've had three straight overtimes. So to me, I see some type of situation where maybe the goals come quick, maybe the pressure's there in the second period, maybe in the third period it's no score, uh, no more scoring, and then we head to overtime 2-2, and we're going to get a 3-2 final for somebody here tonight. And who's it going to be? I don't know. I'm going to take the under here in this one. All right. That's it for hockey. If you guys got your plays in, we've got an 8-game baseball card here today. Let's get over to it, shall we? Because there's day games, and I'm going to give out some plays here. I don't know if I'll have a premium in the day card because, look, I've got some great videos from some cappers today with some really strong opinions, and want to make sure everybody sees those. So I'll come in maybe on some totals here that I like in this one, in some of these baseball games here. And then I can get back to some tennis, hopefully, more tennis. At least the one good thing about these games, they're not really stacking up. They're getting the play in today. They didn't yesterday. And the one great thing about having a little delay is that there's more matches, fast and furious. So the only reason I like the higher ball, is that it's hard for odds makers to keep up sometimes. Cubs in Milwaukee here, Jamison Tyone and Colin Ray in this one. Tyone's been getting hit pretty hard here of late, 8.59 ERA in his last three starts, but Cubs have gone under in 15 of their last 29 games. For Colin Ray, he's been getting hit pretty hard too, 5.63 ERA in his last three starts, but the Brewers have gone under in 6 of their last 9 games. You look at this total, I'm already seeing circa a market leader taking this one down to 8/15. It feels like there's a lot of pressure here on the under, even though these pitchers don't look that sharp necessarily here coming in. I'm probably going to be siding with the market here in this one. And we need, oh God, I'm going to do it, Jeff. I'm going to buy the betting dice. Nobody's bought, not Thomas's fault. He's busy. Dre's on the over. It is, and again, I'm not not going to be a total tightwad on it, but I'm sure they're very nice dice. But I think they're like $35, and they're just I'm sure they're well crafted dice, and we'll just win a game and get the dice. But no, I'm on the under as my play. Maybe I was gonna kind of premium this. I kind of was targeting the spot on this, and I don't mind the matchup. And again, we're on a Thursday day game here in Milwaukee with this one. And yeah, Tyone and Ray, the numbers aren't great, but look, if Thomas is going over here, and Solo says the numbers say go over. I get it, and so I'll go under as my play here on the show. I won't do a premium. I wanted to go premium under, quite frankly, in this game. We haven't seen, I don't think we've seen the players who are going to miss yet. We're just a little over 3 hours, but didn't see any lineups yet. That would be nice. Fernando's here today. Thomas is going to buy. Oh, Thomas, you don't have to, if you're waiting on payday to buy the dice, I'll buy the dice. I'll ship them to you. But we need to give Thomas some winners here. Okay, so Katie, thanks. Oh wow, everybody likes Okay, so if you guys take the consensus on Milwaukee, that's fine. I kind of want to make a contrarian argument for the Cubs in this game. I'm not going to argue with you guys. If you feel strongly about it, I mean, there's not much that I can do trend wise or even statistically here, maybe that would point to the Cubs now that they're lost 12 of their last 17. The Brewers are at home, where they're playing pretty well, and they're a short enough price here. I get it. And if it's part of the chat, that might be enough to get me on it there in this one and take the Brewers with the chat. That's, I'll do it. I'll go with the Brewers with the chat, but I'll take the under here on the show. A little bit contrarian. It looks like you guys want the over, and I say Colin Ray. If you guys like the Brewers, I say Colin Ray has a good game here. He is 3-1 at home right now, and the other thing I was looking at, Tyone has a pretty good numbers against Milwaukee in his career, a 3.10 ERA in 14 starts, and Ray has a 3.6 ERA, just 2 starts against the Cubs. So I'll take the under because I want to, kind of stand out here a little bit. You guys went over, but I'll tag along with the Brewers. I'm not going to say I told you so on the Cubs here. I'll just roll with you guys on the Brewers, and if I lose, I'll know in my head that again, the contrarians, the sharp contrarians that I kind of follow. This is a spot here for the Cubs, and usually I would do it, but I feel good about this under, and I'll take the Brewers with you guys. Joker's underway here against RCB right now, just in front of me. First point underway. So Joker here right now against the clay court specialist. Carbias Baena here. All right, Jeff going with the Brewers here in this one as well. All right, the Athletics and the Rays here. And, who's pitching for the A's? I think is the question at this point. I think I have a handle on this, but I was seeing, I always I talked about, Tony's articles. Tony's pretty good on these. And the last two, I'm really good on, making sure we get the right pitcher. I've also got the advantage of coming on about 6 to 8 hours later. The last two pitching notes, Tony had it right. And I tried to say something else and had it wrong. But it was a maneuvering of the team here. But anyways, let's just take a look at the A's, or if you've got it here. I would think it'd have to be Kyle Muller, the way I'm seeing this one. Let me see what I want to see. I mean, I'm not saying that. Tony's got Muller as well. I think some of the books have Muller here. Let me put that in. The Muller pitched 48 innings back on, or 48 pitches back on Friday. The A's starting pitching is a mess. So they really, really have a lot of issues right here that, I don't know. I mean, to me, this price is, when you got a Tampa Bay team that's starting to play like Tampa Bay, the A's thing is cool. I'm happy for them. They had a couple of wins, but now they're really starting to run up against it. Now Tampa, if they can find a team, they can kind of roll up some wins, get back things going here a little bit. They're almost back to 500 at this point, and they've got the real opener in there in Armstrong. I mean, we know, talk about been there, done that. Now the Rays have lost 7 of their last 9, and the A's are 4-4 their last 8 games. Maybe that could be part of it. And Muller still a prospect here in a way, but you got to figure 50 pitches at most, and where could they go after that? The way they're, because Sears starts tomorrow, so that's why there'll be a bullpen game. They brought up Jack O'Loughlin. He has. Oh no, they sent him back down. Is that right? Maybe we're expecting a roster move here. Critical notice. At this point with this game, I don't know, because they'd have to go probably. Let's see. Alexander threw 13 pitches yesterday. He'll be in there for sure, I would think. Ferguson He blew the save. I guess he could give him more innings today. This is a mess. I'll just take Tampa Bay here. I respect Muller here, maybe to keep him in it early. Uh, Man, I got to think of in this matchup, the way we've seen the uh, pitching so far here. I don't know. I don't want to make any proclamations. I might go premium on the total. I haven't done anything yet, but with two openers, I do like to handicap those games. Here we go. I think Jeff and Luis, they were on under either this game or the last game. Here's Fernando on the A's. And maybe Darren is on the under here. And I'm going to take the Rays at $1.45-ish. It looks like $1.54. It's starting to open now at a few books, so it's definitely higher than this. Probably seeing it the way that I am here. The Rays haven't looked good. Got a beatable opponent here, and on the show, I'm just going to lay $1.55 or so. Lego World on the Rays. Here's the Astros and the Mariners today. The Astros with Arrighetti going up against Logan Gilbert. Already seen some capper support, it feels like, today here on Tampa. Laying $1.45 or so, it feels like. Arrighetti maybe starting to figure it out. He has an ERA of 6 in his last 4 starts. Gilbert, 3.38 in his last 3 starts. Gilbert's gone under in 8 of 11 starts. Mariners have won 4 straight. Astros have lost 4 of 5. Arrighetti on the road, 10.26 ERA, 0-4 record. I've got the Mariners here minus $1.40, $1.45. Feels pretty good actually here. I want to kind of roll premium almost in this one, but go ahead and give me the Mariners. They could hit Arrighetti here again. This young pitcher just hasn't been too good yet. Charles Sharp here. He likes Seattle. Darren wants to go under, though, I think, in this one. Is it this one? I don't know if it is this one. Must be. I think it's the last one. It is the last one. Sorry about that. I'll always remind you guys to type in at least one name of the team when you put that total in there. Sometimes if it's enough time in between, but we're cooking here today. And everybody's calling them spaghetti, and I want to do it too, but too many people are doing it. So, and even the arguer. So let me just call him Arrighetti. Let me not be the guy with all the cute nicknames and everything. I'll come up with the nicknames of my own. Thomas likes spaghetti, apparently. And I love spaghetti, but I love ravioli, but I really love lasagna the best. If it wasn't so difficult to make, and I don't like commercial lasagna, man. I'm going to make my own lasagna with extra ricotta cheese, but it's very time consuming. Let's go with the Diamondbacks and the Mets with Christian Scott. Starting to warm up to him here as part of the family. And Zach Gallen, of course, on the road. Now, this one, hey, you know what? This one was getting hit, actually. Let's take a look at the line, because this one was actually steaming. And the funny thing was, I said, let me get on the air. Some steam just came in. I'm like looking at some things, and I got to get on the air. I got to get on the air. Here comes the steam on the under in the Arizona Mets game right before the show. I got on the air, and all of a sudden I was talking basketball, and I never mentioned it. So sorry about that, but here we go. Arizona and the Mets, because this one's probably down to 7. In fact, it's 7 under now. It's 7 under 15 at a lot of spots. It's 7 under 20 still, maybe at DraftKings, 7 under 22. You're almost saving a whole run. I mean, no, I don't have DraftKings, you guys, and I'm always worried that the odds screen could be on a 2 or 3 minute delay. I pay for the best, but all the books seem to have the other line, and I'm looking at Bovada right now, and they have it at 7 over 15. So there's a little bit of savings there, but this one is way down to like 7 under 15 minimum, or well, maybe there's some sevens. Let me call it. And a Gallon, yeah, Gallon the favorite. I'm gonna go with the under. Grade me at 7 here. Uh, 7.5 under, whatever you buy it up to, might be okay. I think at this point, 35 or 40 would be nice to have that half a run. And like I said, steam came rolling in here on the under, and that's the way I was headed. So my bad. We probably could have got that. That's what we're supposed to do here on the morning steam. Bad job by the host. Gallon, 2.81 ERA in his last 4 starts for Christian Scott. 3.97 ERA now in 4 starts. He's definitely pitched better and gotten that ERA down. Now, you know what? The Mets are 0-4 with Christian Scott. So maybe this is an acceptable price to get on the Diamondbacks here, but they've lost 4 of their last 5. Mets have lost 25 of 35. Our only premium was going against those Mets yesterday. I couldn't believe that the handicappers, that so many cappers, actually were still willing to back the Mets yesterday, quite frankly. But we all have crummy picks, don't we? Or anyways, for the Mets, they've gone under in 3 of their last 4. Arizona's gone under in 5 straight in this one. So give me the under here with Arizona and the Mets. Here comes. Oh, did I miss one? Okay, sorry about that. I'll get back to the. Thank you. Don't know why I did that again. Johnny, thank you. I'll do it right now. Panger's on Seattle. Charles is on the Mets. Fernando going over. Thomas is on Arizona here. Luis, we're going to do it. I don't know why. Here's Arizona for Dre. Luis is on the Diamondbacks. Solo's on the Diamondbacks as well. Darren, Diamondbacks and under. Let's get to that game that I missed. And I mean, how can you not have? I mean, how can I miss this one? This is the series everyone's talking about between the. And again, now here, talk about having a good pick and a bad pick, right? Here yesterday, everybody was on the Royals, and I couldn't stand it. I had to be on the Twins, because I'm like, oh, the Twins, they still have owned the Royals. Yeah, the Royals have been terrible for the last many, many years. And so maybe the Twins certainly have been pretty consistent and decent over the last couple of years and pretty contentious some of the time. So maybe that's, but not overwhelming, especially a division type of game where, you should see it. So the Twins just dominate the Royals. Yesterday, everyone's on the Royals, and I go premium Twins, thinking, don't they know? And look, the Twins are still just fine this season. They've had their moments. They've started to pick it up. That was another thing, too. I said, look, the Twins, they are also on a roll, not just the Royals. So, yeah, everybody had it right, and I had it wrong. And they're going again with the Royals today. They're going pretty heavy from what I've seen. Maybe not like yesterday, but it seems like we're having some Royals love. For Singer, a 3.94 ERA in his last 3 starts. Kansas City is 8-3. With Singer on the mound, the Royals have won 9 of their last 12. Paddock, 4.5 ERA in his last 3 starts. Twins, they've won 6 of their last 8, despite the loss yesterday. And the Twins have gone under in 12 of their last 16 games. So I do expect good starting pitching with these guys, even if you want to chuckle a little bit. Paddock has he gave up 2 runs in 5 innings in 1 start against the Royals. Singer's gotten hit pretty hard. 12 starts, 5.18 ERA against Minnesota with a 3-6 record. But I'm going under here with Kansas City, 7.5 over for the most part. I just typed it in there real quick. There's some 8 under 20s as well. So, hey, grade me at this price today. You'll find the better price than this no matter where you look. Right now, I was just typing that in from my overnight notes here. So I don't know why I missed it. But let's see if you guys Gerardo's here today. KC first five here for Dre. Well, Kansas City, they are uh, 30, 18, and 9 in the first five. And Singer, he's 5-3-3 in the first five. Paddock is 5-5 in the first five. And the Twins are 25 and 26 and 4 in the first five. 2 cups on the Twins. I'll take the under. Royals, a lot more Royals support. A lot of Royals support. Here's some Twins. It's Luis on the Twins. But it does seem like Thomas, yeah, even with Luis on the Twins, 2 cups was on the Twins as well. So I hope we're at least 4-2 here because I do see 2 Twins, but so I would prefer to get 4 Royals. I do think we have 4 or more Royals here. Is Darren on the Royals? So I think when we get up to 6 people, we've got 100 watching you right now. We got our uh, team Steam in the chat All Stars, giving us a little consensus of our betting public. Jeff here uh, likes the under here, and yeah, we can get even money here, or we can even get 8 if we want to go with 8 minus 120. If that's cool too, we could do that. We always keep our, we always hear about the, right, what under we're taking, what price we're taking, and most of the good books will allow you to, buy it up or buy it down on runs. So the most logical line is always going to be the one that is closest to minus 110. And one more here from Panger. Kansas City money line and the under 9.5. See, same game parlay. So as long as Kansas City wins, you can take it up to 9.5. Still get a real good price, and know that you're getting a great price on that. Getting those extra runs in there. Those are the same type of same game parlays that I love that you couldn't do back in the day. That I think are really almost critical now. It's tough because in Vegas you don't really have a lot of that option. If you do, hit me up at the chat. Maybe I'm at the wrong books. I'm really only playing with the, three books here on the apps. Again, their menu it kind of pales to the some of the other menus. Great job as always, Thomas. And again, you were sorely missed yesterday. All right, next up, Diamondback. No, we did that one. We did that one. It's the Tigers and the Red Sox here with Flaherty and Pavetta. Pavetta's a favorite at home here. Maybe it's gone down. It's about $1.15 right now. 7.5 under. Heavily favored here, actually, is the under right now. It's flip-flopped since I typed this in. Move, obviously, to the Tigers and the under today in this one. So, probably what I'm doing, I'm probably going to be on the under here. I don't know about the side, but we do have videos from our whole crew, man, has videos on this game on the side. So, hey, I'm not going to pick the side, at least not on camera here on YouTube, but got a handful of guys here. Hey, just want to talk right now, real quick, if I could interrupt. A little WNBA number movement here. We talked about the games, but so saw that the Seattle Storm went all the way up to -6 here. That might be enough for the Sharps to come back and get involved. If you do like the Fever and you want 6 points, I don't know if it's going to go any higher than 6. In fact, you might be able to get 6.5 right now, and this is probably the last call. If you see a 6.5 out there, feels like there's going to be some movement here momentarily to back to the Fever here. So two-way action here today in that one, but we all got our picks in. Kind of, we'll talk about it again in a moment. Tigers and Red Sox here. I will take the under with Flaherty and Pavetta. For Flaherty, he has an ERA of 3.6 in his last 4 starts. Pavetta, 4.8 in his last 3 starts, but Boston has gone under in 5 of 6 Pavetta starts so far. Boston has won just one of their last 6 games. So maybe Flaherty comes in here. He's 1-5 in his last 6 starts. So a little bit of ineptitude here, a little bit. Detroit's won 4 of 5. So that's why maybe you have kind of an even matchup in this one. Detroit's also gone over in 17 of their last 23. But even with this game in Boston, I think for me, seeing that the line here is now down to 7.5. Think about that, you guys. This is a game in Boston. This might be hard to swallow, actually, to take the under here at 7.5. But I think maybe this is an indicator of how this game might be going. Not to be the line is going to tell you the story, because in Boston, usually you're thinking, but the pressure of the under is there. I think I like the under pretty heavy here. If I could get 8.5, would be on as a premium, but I think I'll just take under 7.5 here on the show. Gonna have to just take the under. I really like this under. It's just a real low total. It's one of those that's, all the value's gone, Thomas Lewis. I still can't go back to the it's one of those where if I wasn't so adamant on the under, if I didn't have an opinion, I'd be on the over. One run move practically. A game in Boston. There's definitely been a little bit of steam on most of the sharp action's been on the under. I was just making kind of a comparison there. Here is let's see. Luis is on Boston. Here's Tigers and under for Jeff. Tigers first 5 for Thomas. Detroit in the first 5 this season, they are 23-23-9, so about the same as their regular record. Flaherty 3-4-3. Pivetta 3-2-1 in the first 5. Boston, that's where they've been real strong in the first 5 with this starting pitching, with that offense getting off to a hot start. They have one of the biggest discrepancies of success in the first 5 this season. We know Boston is just a 500 team, but they're 29, 19, and 8 in the first 5 this season. Boston here for Panger. And let's see, Tom, man, I think RB Red Sox, Tigers, Arby's. Now I'm thinking Arby's. See, and I still like Arby's. I know Thomas is trying to say one of the teams, and I don't know what it is. But then I'm thinking Arby's. Here's under for Dre, Boston, and over for Fiddlehead. We're all over the place, it feels like, in this one. Tigers here. Hello to Curvin today. He'll take Detroit. Yeah, Thomas, I don't know. It's still 6 everywhere. I don't know. The line service, woke me up and said the Sharps are taking 6, but I don't think I've seen the line move too heavily yet. Remember, Chad was on Seattle. I was on Seattle. We're gonna get. Okay, so we were talking Arby's, and should I get the Arby's burgers? Because I'm like, I only want roast beef, but those burgers look pretty good, aren't they? Wagyu or something. Here's Angelo on the Red Sox. Darren is going Boston and over. You guys have a lot of action on this game. We're almost done with the baseball. The Nationals are taking on the Braves, and I got it wrong yesterday. I remember I was like, hey, let's see this rookie. Well, that didn't go too well, and I lost a premium on the under because the Nationals were able to get some runs on him. They were able to get some runs late, and they ended up taking it over the total. And I lost it, and I lost it here with the Braves. But let's kind of bounce back here. Actually, we're just bouncing back, meaning take this game. Actually, I probably I might like the total here in this one. But I'm going to go with Washington here on the run line today against the Braves. Look, they did a nice job yesterday, and now the Braves are coming in with Ray Kerr on the mound. No problem. Ray Kerr so far Let me make sure that's what everybody has, because I know that, yeah, Ron Raker here in this one. So, how good can it be for the Braves right now with their starting pitching, and maybe they are having more issues than they're leading on here in this one. Reynaldo Lopez will end up now pushed back. He'll pitch tomorrow, kind of give this team a little bit of a bullpen look with Ray Kerr. He did throw 72 pitches on Friday in a loss, so I would imagine it would be, Ray Kerr here today, and then probably get some mix of uh, uh, Jesse Chavez in there, I would imagine. Dylan Lee can come back again tonight. And I don't know if that's going to hurt or help necessarily. For Williams, he's been pretty good. 2.59 ERA in his last 5 starts. Washington's 8-2 with Williams on the mound. And Washington has certainly been struggling. Lost 11 of their last 17, but the Braves have lost 4 of 6. So probably just going to willing to come in here. In fact, a little bit of breaking news here right now. Let me get off this game and just take us back here a little bit. We do see now, I did talk about it right here with Oakland. And we do have the information now on Oakland's opening situation with Harris. Let me pop this up on the screen and see where we stand here. So obviously this is going to be a move here, I'm sure, at this point. With Hogan Harris, I think, at this point. Let me see here. All right. So Hogan Harris looks like he's going to come back up here. He was just sent back down a couple weeks ago, and that looks like he'll be the opener here today, and maybe those other guys would come in. So just want to update that game. The A's have announced it'll be Hogan Harris, a left-hander, here as an opener. Probably get a combo of those same guys that I mentioned. Okay, back to, we're almost done here. Give me the Nationals today. They scored 7 on them yesterday. The Braves obviously shuffling here. Now, Kerr, probably a better option than the kid that they brought up yesterday. But, again, Braves looking a little bit shaky. Williams is a guy the Nationals have performed well with, no matter how you want to look at it. 8-2, as I said. So, all right, William Dryman, nice to see you here today. Thomas says we've got a consensus here on the under in the Nationals game. Very interesting. Okay, all right. I did not give my opinion on the total, so just to make note, good job, you guys. You don't need me to make these picks with you. Here's Curvin, Washington and under, and 2 cups on the Nationals. Don has liked betting on Williams. Looks like Beemore's on the under, Fiddlehead on the under. Okay, I see what you're saying. You guys really like the under here in this one with Williams. Williams has been good, no doubt. Kerr, like I said, I'm just worried that remember the Braves are the massive under, right? Don't forget, you guys, they've gone under in 14 of their last 18, so you guys got it right there. And we know that they've been a solid under for weeks. Fernando goes over. All right, don't make me laugh here. Okay. Nats and under here. You guys are pretty hot on this under. Fernando says he's glad I took the over yesterday. See, Fernando, and I had an under premium. And never was I comfortable, of course. I mean, they got those 2 runs to finish with 7. So, not great. All right, let's get it rolling. Let's get it over with here. Yankees and Angels. We'll get you out of here at a decent hour. Thank you for joining me today here on the Morning Steam. And we have college baseball tomorrow. I don't know how we're going to go about it. Probably just roll with report the steam. Maybe won't give any picks out because, like I said, not a sport that we cover, but looking forward to this tournament here, certainly. All right. Yankees here on the road with Rodon going up against the Angels and Sandoval. So Angels facing a left-hander here is probably going to, maybe people will gravitate a little bit towards the Angels here now in this one. I think I'll probably just end up on another under here with this matchup if I'm thinking correctly. Rodon does have a 1.85 ERA in his last 4 starts and a 4-0 record. He's found it again. Sandoval's been getting racked pretty good, 7.47 ERA last 3 starts. The Angels are just 1-6 with Sandoval. Yankees 20-11 on the road right now, having won 20 of their last 27 games. You see the total here at 8.5. It just seems too high. Even with this, with some of the situationals here, feels like in this one, but probably still going to go under. I know the Angels are going to have some advantage. Rodon's been pitching well though, but Renifro and Ward and those guys and Yankees with this lineup against Sandoval, man, you got to figure Judge and Stanton probably pretty good, but at 8.5, I'm going under here on the show. Let me be a little, maybe it's contrarian to a certain extent. Let me get your plays here. I think you guys might be on the over here. And I didn't even notice that. Fernando's got, let me check that out here actually. Luis might. Okay, here we go. Thomas on the under with me, but Luis is on the over. And let me see Fernando's avatar here. Where is he at? Where is he at? He's in. Okay. And let's see here. Fernando on the under. Fiddlehead, Yankees run line. Don likes the over. And so does Angelo. So I'm against you. I knew I would be. I'm on the under today. Yankees and Angels tonight. Let me go over the WNBA real quick. Maybe I'll have one premium. I think I already is a good card today. I thought yesterday was better and didn't hit it like I did. So Storm and Fever, we already mentioned it. I think it's pretty much 6 here right now. The way I'm looking at this one, I think it's still 6 and 168.5 or so, or 168. Please check out my video for this game. I previewed the game with Tony last night. Certainly gave out a little bit more information here. And let me just tell you, because I don't know what I'm doing quite yet. Let me see. I think, well, maybe I do actually. I need a premium. I need a WNBA premium, you guys, because of I think the way the schedule is tonight. It feels like. So let me just I give you Seattle here in this one. Let me I'm on Seattle. I talked about it last night on the show. So still got to lay 6, not laying the best number, and that's why it's not a premium. I know Indiana's done really well, man. They're Clark coming off her best game. She rolled a bunch of points, 30 points last game. Seattle, though, they just look really good here right now. Maybe a team that I don't know if they're overlooked because right now they are 4-3, but you look at their personnel, they really do have quite a good team with Magbagor, with Jewel Lloyd, the leading scorer in the league last year, and Nneka Ngumake, the former Sparks star, and Skylar Diggins-Smith just had her best game with 20 points. So the problem is the Indiana Fever in the front court are just all, dysfunctional right now. I mean, they're going to be missing. Also, Erica Wheeler is out so far. They're also going to be missing Fagbenley in the game here. So the Storm have injuries as well. I'm sorry, the Fever have injuries as well coming into this one. So it would seem to me like Nneka Ngumake going to light it up, quite frankly. I would say Nneka Ngumake props through the roof. How's that for a pick? All right. And so And thank you, Justin. Yeah, I'm just going to rehash it here a little bit. Might have a play on the total. It might be a premium. I'm just hoping to get what I need, the news, the info that I need. But we'll see. I'm not 100% yet, but that's when I'm going to leave a blank space there a little bit. Thomas on the under. And let's take one more peek at the other game between the Sparks and the Sky, or as I like to call them, the Spracks. The Spracks in the Sky. All right. The sparks in the sky here. I already mentioned the line move here. You could call it 4.5 or even 4 right now. The move seems to be back on the sparks. Just check out my video here a little bit and see what we have to say. But I also have already given out here on the show the under in this one. Jeff mentioned it. I think the we're seeing less scoring, right? And we're seeing less scoring in the fourth quarter big time. A couple of these teams have rolled some really bad quarters, like a 10 and a 7. Here it sounds like a bowling or a craps game or something, and already seen a pretty significant move here to the under. If you look at the personnel, you got to wonder where the scoring is going to come from. Quite frankly, it feels like for the Sky tonight. Yeah, Hamby's been doing well. We'll see how she matches up against Reese. I think Hamby will have a handful for Reese. I know that. If I'm sure they'll be hooking up there quite frequently. I would think the big keys for me tonight are going to be Mabry and maybe the way it's been going. How about Elizabeth Williams here, maybe to have another big game here? All right, give me the under. Here is my play on this show. Check out my video also on this one. Okay. I think that's it for the morning steam. Let me get back. Hopefully, the skies will clear in Paris and I'll get to watch some tennis. But I'm going to look at baseball, college baseball. Check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine. For the action here, one fun thing you can do if you're without a pick, you say, hey, I want what? Maybe I'll go to Tony's. Let me see what they have. Shout out William. I know he's behind us. He's under in some, unless he's talking about this late game. Feels like he's behind us. Hi, William, if you ever get here. But you can roll with me here a little bit on these. I'm going to get some maybe a day play here, premium wise. It's going to be kind of a light night. I think we might hopefully get to 5 premiums here today, but it's going to be close. But get ready for a big weekend over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Here's what I want to show you. Boy, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm picking. I don't know what game is coming up. Click on the upcoming tab on Tony'sPicks.com, and you'll get a list of the next games up that we have picks for. Usually it's the next game because usually one of our handicappers is going to be on whichever game is coming up. I promise you that. So you see, at least in the major, in baseball, uh, basketball, hockey, football, soccer, not we don't have every game, but see here's Ben on the Cubs game and the Danny Dimes. You see all the picks, so you can go right to it. Now, these are a default, so anytime you need a game, it's $19. And of course, you get the credits if the pick doesn't win. You get credits back to your account. You use the promo code TonyT at checkout on that as well. So again, anytime you purchase a picks here, just look at you're supporting us here at Tony'sPicks.com. All the cappers doing their videos and whatnot. And if you go with my package, folks, just to remind you, that's what keeps me coming back. Probably the only way I'm going to keep coming back is to pick winners and keep selling winners to you guys here. So please consider checking me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Thomas, very much. Thank you to Ray as well. Thank you to Fiddlehead. Thanks, everybody. We'll check you out. Hey, UFC, you can find me on YouTube doing a little UFC preview. Please check it out. I know we don't have a problem taking you there and previewing UFC 302 this weekend. So check me out with that, and here at Tony'sPicks.com. Okay, I think I found the tab. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott.
Who can it be? Showing up with Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funnel these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning scheme is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game. It's sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.